Hi everyone, and today we're going to compare a 1-year-old Tap Titans 2 account versus an over 4-year-old Tap Titans 2 account. So the one in the middle is my main account that I had over 4 years ago, and the one on the far left is the one I created for the Road to Endgame series just over a year ago. So we're going to compare the differences between the stats, the skill points, the equipments, the basically everything, just to give you an idea of what you're going to gain or basically collect, or how far you should roughly be if you played it for 1 year versus long game of 4 years. So it just gives you a fair comparison to give you an idea how long of an idle game this is and what kind of stats, points, figures, equipment you should be getting for. Now, just let you know, both of them are very casual accounts. I'm a casual player on Tap Titans. I play for basically 1 or 2 runs a day. So I do collect all my dailies every single day, and I do my raids and I do my tournaments, but I only do 1 or 2 runs a day on average. Sometimes I might do a couple more, maybe 4 or 5, but that's about it. So I spend about half an hour to an hour on both accounts daily maximum. That is it. Also, they're both VIP, so over the year and 4 years I have spent £100 on each, so £10 here and there on badge events or maybe a chest over the course of the year to get it to VIP. So they are both VIP status, but no more. So not one account is more paid into or well than the other. So they both have the same amount, and they're both roughly leveled about the same sort of style of about half an hour to an hour a day. So it gives you quite a fair comparison if you're that type of player. Obviously, the more you play, the higher stats and equipment and stuff you're going to get, but that's kind of the reference or starting point we're looking at. So I'm going to start from the beginning. So basically I'm going to go by tab by equipment, and then I'll go for the stats at the end. So starting off on the sword tab, we just go to right to the top, and just go to my profile. Profile will give you a quick summary. So if you look at the badge events, obviously you should be roughly the same amount of badge events. I've missed a couple of badge events in this one because I haven't been playing as much actively as I should be. So this one has 1 or 2 more. So that has 11 badge events attended, and 4, 5, 6 as 6. That's 5 badge events lower. And as you can see, I've done a little kind of worse on the actual badge event. None of them's 10% because as I said, I only play half an hour to hour, and you have to do a lot of grinding to get 10%. But I obviously find my main account a lot easier to grind because my passive is a lot higher, so I can do it a lot quicker. And a quick overview, you can see that my max stage is 82,000 on my alt. My main account is 107,000. Artifacts are both maxed. Crafting power is 10, 32 crafting power on my main account, so it just shows you how much equipment I have gathered. Total pet levels, this is a big difference over 4 years. So you've got 3,625 on my alt, and on my 4-year account I've got 16,609. Skill points 2,099 versus 3,504. Weapon upgrades, again vast difference. So you notice that the pets, skill points and weapon upgrades, obviously because you're going to do a lot more tournaments over the extra 3 years than you would in 1 year, so this is obvious. So weapon upgrades 796 versus 2,604. Hero scrolls is 705 versus 1792. Tournaments joined, so you can see there it's 4 times the amount, well 3 times really. So 103 versus 418, and undisputed wins 22 versus 49, and 1 more way to get in the extra icon on the undisputed, so I'm looking forward to that. 200 points, very high. Clan Crate shared, obviously I'm a bit more generous on my main account. So that's the actually I can look at raid stats as well. Let's compare raids, shall we? Okay, so raid level 125 versus 216, raid damage 225 versus 316, raid experience way more. It's 127,000 versus 68,000. Raid attacks 1320 versus 3582. Raid card levels are actually kind of the same. It's probably because I've bought a lot more chests on that, and obviously clan morale. So that's that one. Spells and skills don't really matter because it's the same. These ones have 35, that one has 30. The reason this one's 30 and this one's 35 is equipment sets. So on my main account, I have every single set. So the main ones The top 4 ones, Mythics, Fallen Angel, Ignis, Core, and Styxis. These give you an extra level, so +1, +1, +1, and then +5 spells level cap overall for the extra spells. So this is what increases it from 30 to 35, having those 4 mythic sets. So that's why there's a level difference there. Perks, no different. Obviously, I have more, actually I have more collected on my alt than my main. Probably because I'm, well, in certain places like Mana Potion is a ridiculous amount, 146. But the top 3, Power Swiping, I've got more on the left. So talents, this is a big one. So this is the one with, it gives you the passives and splash damage. And you see it's huge difference when you play it over 4 years, over 1 year. That's why I say take your time, don't rush it, because you get a lot of these people that go from 0 to 80k within 2 to 3 weeks. But because they're skipping, clan raids and tournaments, they're not collecting the necessary talents, and they basically hit a huge wall, and it's extremely hard to level after that. But if you take your time, enjoy the game, you start gaining talents by winning first place tournaments and just generally playing. So you can see Arcane's 55 versus 110, Power Surge 14 versus 48, Titan Cannon is 46 versus 123. Mystical is 17 versus 44. Intimidating Presence is 95 with 147. And Silent March is quite close at 228 at 261. So that is my first tab. Now my hero tab. So the hero tab will be my masteries and my stats. So we'll go through. So the masteries. So weapon, huge difference of power. And this is why you got to do loads of raiding to get your scrolls and obviously weapons for your tournaments. So the full sets, I've got 20. Full sets here, I've got 69. And look at the damage. So it's E17 versus E60. So that's amount of damage you get. So times E61 in the next set. So that's quite a lot of power. And same with the scrolls. So after a full set of 15 versus full set of 45, I've got 187.5%. And this is plus 562.5%. So collecting these full sets do make a huge difference at endgame. So that's something you should be looking at for if you've already completed all your equipment sets and all your enchantments, artifacts, and legendary sets, basically every single set. Farming your scrolls or buying scrolls is what you should be doing next. So my stats, I'll go through it slowly. I'm going to read them all out because it'll take too long, but I'll go through it slowly. I might read out a couple of key points. For example, mana regen 45 versus 198. So that's 200 versus 45. And that's mainly because the high level of artifacts. And as I said, I've got all the equipments. There's some equipments that give mana capacity, and heroes as well. When you level up your heroes, they give more mana regen and mana capacity as well. So that's one of the reasons. Let's go down to spell multiplier. Well, yeah, as I said, these are stats. I'm not going to read them all out, but you can see there's differences like E489 versus E624. That's all damage. So they come with gold multipliers. Now splash is interesting to read through. So you see a difference there. Base max splash of 3 versus 15. I'm running a Heavenly Strike build on my main, which is the one in the middle, and Shadow Clone on the left. So as you probably see that my Shadow Clone is quite high at 154 compared to obviously an extra 3 years, and this is 172. So it's not that much difference. But if you look at the Heavenly Strike, so Heavenly Strike is 9, but this is 66 because obviously I've doing the Heavy Strike build. Heavenly Strike Splash Skip 300 versus 183, and you can see there's a big difference. Pet Splash, Pet Clan, it's just bigger. Look at that badge. Do you see the difference of badge? So I've got 10 because I didn't do much badge versus 1T. Yeah, this is just bad. Probabilities, not much, a bit different. So Deadly Strike chance a lot higher. Cheston's higher because of the build, because I think I'm running more skill points than that. So there's a couple of stats different there. Multiple fairies because again, might have more skill points than fairies, or the equipment. Spawn chance. Port is 15. See, that's actually just slightly lower. Reductions, because all capped artifacts, it wouldn't be much different. And then my career stats. So we're going through most of these, but taps 3.65 million versus 30 million. Titans killed 234 million, and this is only in the 300,000s. So what prestiges 507 versus 2,458. And obviously these are days installed. Playtime, relics, tournament points. Yeah, so that's my stats for these two accounts. Going on to equipment. Equipment won't be much of a difference, because obviously it's going to be the one in the middle. My main account is obviously going to be higher compared to the left one, because I'm at a higher stage anyway. But this is what I'm rocking. So this again, this is a Shadow Clone account. Actually, I'll quickly show you the skill builds, just in case you're wondering what they look like. It hasn't been updated in 5.4, so these are just for the basic ones from the Compedium website, slightly tweaked, because obviously I put skill points in multicast, and that's way too much. It should be half that, less than that, but I haven't tweaked these yet. So this is Shadow Clone build, and this is Heavy Strike build. Okie dokie. Right, so going back to equipment. Let's have a look. Okay, so helmets. Now, if you notice, I keep one type of everything. That is it. I don't do all damage in this one, because I got an all hero, because I only swap between Heavy Strike and maybe Shadow Clone. So that's why I keep those two. This one I did try out, or basically was using it to try out all the builds. So I might have done pet and clanship. So that's why I've got one of each in that one. But yeah, I normally keep the highest one of each type at all times, and you should do too. You don't need to keep, because you only got 100 equipment, you don't need to keep 5 of the same types. Just sell it and use your crystals to get diamonds to get more pets or more chests or stuff like that. So that's what I keep, one of each. So look, slash, sword, helmet, and then obviously that I've got that Crypto and Shadow Clone because I'm farming at the moment, and when it gets to near 90% of my main, I switch it to Heavy Strike for that push. That's what I like, because even though I'm running Heavy Strike build, because I've got so much splash power and I've got a couple skill points and stroke of luck and crit damage, that you can use equipment Shadow Clone to farm it. Even though it's a Heavy Strike build, you can still farm most of it and then switch to Heavy Strike to finish it off. So there's a bit of both really. So going to crafting, starting from the mythic sets. So on left, my main account, I've got every single set. So on my alt, I haven't. So core, I've only got one piece. Which I've got Ironheart, I've got one. I've got full mechanized sword, full fatal. I'm trying to finish AG because I want to change my alt count to Heavy Strike count as well. Ruthless I've got, because I knew I was going to do Shadow Clone. Treasure Hunter I've got, Ancient Warrior I've got, Dark Predator I've got. Okay. Legendaries, I've got a lot more legendaries. Well, again, I've got every single one on the main account, but on left, I've got Immaculate. I've got one in Black Knight. I've got Beast, Rancher. I've got Golden Monarch. I've got Reckless Firepower. I've got Azure. I've got Hidden. I've got Nimble. I've got Anniversary. I've got Bone, Celestial, Noble, Thunder, Eternal, Shadow, Anniversary, Defiant, Titan, Frost, Chainwork, Captain. I think I've got them all. Amazon, Sly Wolf, Corrupted, Dragon, Anniversary. I have. Okay, so I've got every single one apart from the couple at the top, because they've been obviously new from updates and I just haven't collected them yet. The reason I normally at this stage, even though I've got some shards, I'm not finishing these off. It's because I use shards for mythic sets only. So as I said, for the AG in the next tournament, I'll be getting another piece and I'll be looking to collect it completely. For rare, I think I've got most of them. Again, I've got on my main account, got every single one. So Paragon, yep, I've got every single one on rare. Event, I haven't, because it's seasonal on some of them. That's annoying because I didn't get to finish that. So I've only got 2 in that one. Oh man, it's so annoying when you see like one pieces like that. But I have got the Tiny Titan, Ancient, Grill, one piece off digital, Hair of Light, Hair of Shadows, one piece of Sweet, 2 pieces off Jack, Grim Reaper. I've got Dedicated Fan. I've also got Toxic, Scarecrow, Surf, Defender of the Egg, East one piece left on Snow and the Heartbreaker, but on my main account, every single one. Okay, so that's my equipments. So pets, if you want to look at my pet levels, again, I'll go through it slowly. As you can see, huge difference there. Demos, the reason these ones are generally high, because I always try to get all damage, all gold, fluffers and kit. So that's why you probably see all damage, all gold, and fluffers and kit as my highest. Fluffies don't really need to level up to 100. And no, level 500, sorry, it caps at level 500, and then after that you don't really need to increase it anymore. It's just from pack crest and just carry on going and going. That's actually like way too much. I don't need it at 1,000, just bad habit. So these are my levels. I go for it slowly. So jaws there, Nova there, but you can just see it's just absolutely like into the thousands there. And these are a lot lower. And then bring this up a bit. So the lowest one I've got is 83, and the lowest one I've got there is 194. To be honest, I should level up these lower ones a bit more. If I can get them all to 1,000, it'd be amazing. So artifacts. Now on my artifacts, I am missing. I'm missing one more enchantment. I need to get one more enchantment on my alt account, but my main account I have, and I've got none in the salvage pot. It's completely empty. And I'll go for it slowly so you can see my levels. I've got them leveled at on the side there, so you can look at this bit here if you want to compare. So that's gone down to priceless. I'll put it there. Okay. And then, there's quite a bit of a difference actually, isn't there? Look, E38 versus E50. E38, 50. It's Heavenly Sword. I'll put it under Divine. So look, Hero's Blade, E45 versus E60. So it is definitely a lot of difference. Fury's Bow, let's put Fury's Bow on. Oh look, Fury's Bow is the last one I need to enchant. That's the one I'm missing. So that's the next one that I need to enchant, which I will be doing very soon. The next tournament, I reckon. Heart of Storms. Oh, I can't believe that's so much higher. Alright, Apollo, let's put it to Apollo. And Oath, nearly there. And I've got all the quality of life ones maxed on both accounts. So quality of life ones are basically ones that max out. I think it's between like 20, 30 and 40, those kind of levels, but you max them out. I've got that on both accounts. Sorry, put that there. 44, 58 invaders, 38 versus 51 on that one. Okay, there we go. And there's no point showing you these levels because, as I said, they're just max. There's literally no point. I've got them all. They're all max, so you don't really need to look at them because, well, if you max them, you max them. And my shop, nothing showing shop because there's a shop. That's pretty much it. So that shows you. That's the main thing I wanted to show you is, if you think about how much you need to collect for, a lot of people ask, it's basically how much passive splash damage is. That's the main one. How much splash damage I need for good smashing and strong smashing. For example, on my main account, I have no problems with splash damage and mana regen. I hardly have anything into the mana siphon area. Well, if I was using like a heavy strike build, I'll probably have to max it out or make it extremely really high. But because of the mana regen, it's very, very easy. So mainly the talents will help you tremendously, and the scrolls, hero scrolls, and the weapon scrolls will help you with damage later on in games. So these are the difference between a 1 year account and a 3 year account. Now I hope this has been interesting of a comparison. If it has, and if you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like and sub. If you sub to the channel, it helps them out loads and it knows you're enjoying the content. So let me know how long you've been playing Tap Titans 2. Again, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye.